You've typed the end, but let's be real. Your book isn't finished yet. Before you hit publish or hire an editor, there's a crucial step you need to take. This step is what separates sloppy drafts from published ready books. Today, I'm walking you through the top self-editing tips that every writer should know to polish their manuscript like a pro. After finishing your first draft, the best thing you can do is walk away. Seriously. Give it at least a week. Your brain needs time to reset, allowing you to come back with fresh eyes. If you try to edit immediately, you'll miss the same problems you created. This break is not just a suggestion, it's a necessity. Use this break to read something completely different, work on another project, or just rest. This one's simple but powerful. Read your manuscript out loud. It's not just a suggestion. It's a technique that can significantly improve your writing. Why? Because what looks fine on screen might sound awkward when spoken. You'll catch clunky sentences, repetition, and weird phrasing this way. If you trip over your words while reading, your readers probably will too. Here's a pro tip. Use a text-to-speech tool if you're tired of hearing your own voice. Don't try to fix everything at once. That's the fastest route to burnout. Break your editing into focused passes. First pass, structure and big picture. Plot holes, pacing, character arcs. Second pass, sentence level edits, word choice, dialogue, voice. Third pass, grammar, typos, formatting. This method helps you stay focused and reduces feelings of being overwhelmed. Most drafts are bloated. Get ruthless with filler words, overused phrases, and scenes that don't move the story forward. Watch for adverbs such as really, very, totally, repetitive phrases, unnecessary stage direction, she stood up, he sat down. Every word should earn its spot. If it doesn't serve the story, cut it. Tools like Grammarly and Pro Writing Aid are great, but they're not perfect. Use them to catch obvious grammar mistakes and improve sentence flow, but don't blindly accept every suggestion. These apps don't understand tone, pacing, or character voice. Think of them as assistants, not editors. They're there to help you, not to dictate your writing style. You're the one in control. Every writer has pet words. Maybe you use just or that too much without realizing. Use your search tool to hunt down these sneaky repeats. Place or remove them when they're no longer necessary. Your writing will instantly feel tighter. Enjoying the video? Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more. And if you want to stay updated, turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. Dialogue should sound real, but better than real. It's not just about sounding natural. It should move the plot forward or reveal character. Cut any small talk unless it serves a purpose. Read it out loud and ask, would real people talk like this? Does it add to the scene? Clean formatting makes editing easier and saves your future editor time and your money. Use consistent font, 12-point, Times New Roman or Arial, double spacing, page breaks between chapters, proper paragraph indentations. If it looks clean, you'll catch more errors and stay organized. If your character eyes are blue in chapter 3 and brown in chapter 10, readers will notice. The same goes for dates, settings, or ages. Use a style sheet, which is a simple document that tracks key details such as character traits, timeline events, and world rules. It'll help you stay consistent, especially across series. Something magical happens when you edit on paper. You'll see errors you've never caught on screen. Print your manuscript and mark it up the old-fashioned way. Highlight, circle, scribble. If printing isn't an option, change the font or background color on your screen. Your brain will process the text differently. Beta readers and critique partners are gold, if you pick the right ones. Look for people who read your genre, can give honest but constructive feedback, know the difference between opinion and helpful critique, be clear about what you want. Ask, did this scene drag or was the ending satisfying? Specific questions lead to better insights. You can tweak it forever. At some point, editing becomes a form of procrastination. There's no such thing as a perfect book, just a finished one. Knowing when to stop is not a sign of giving up. It's a sign of accomplishment. You've done your best, and that's what matters. Set a deadline for when you'll stop self-editing and move to the next phase, whether that's sending to a professional editor or preparing to publish. But I'd suggest the editor. Your book deserves the best version of itself. Self-editing isn't just about fixing mistakes. It's about building trust with your readers. A clean, polished manuscript shows professionalism, care, and pride in your work. You don't need to be an editing expert, but with the right tools, habits, and strategy, you can take your draft to the next level before spending a dime on professional help. And if you're publishing your book on a shoestring budget, you want to check out this video where I share how to edit your book without going broke. Click here now, and I will see you there.